My friends, Soul Tribe reading. I almost didn't come do this. Do you mind if I clean up while we chat? I wasn't feeling the best earlier, and I was almost like, it wasn't, you know how I talked to you the other day about listen to your body? I almost went and just went into my bed and like turtled. Like I wasn't having the best morning. First of all, I did a reading that like, it was like a 2-hour reading about an intense soul connection. And sometimes these readings take a lot out of me. And then I don't know what I'm looking for. Excuse me while I clean up. Do you mind being my task buddy? If you have problems doing tasks, sometimes having a friend to help you, I can make changes in my lifestyle if they have a positive influence on my, I don't know what, that cut off. If you have problems doing tasks, sometimes having a task buddy helps. So do you mind being my task buddy? If you do, just fast forward, it's fine. But I'm just gonna clean up while we're sitting here, if that's okay with you. But yeah, earlier I wasn't feeling the greatest, and I was like, it wasn't that my body was telling me that I needed to rest, it was my ego monster, right? It was definitely my ego was like, you should just go to bed and like do nothing and be miserable. And I really wasn't feeling myself, but the love reading I just did kind of brought me out of my funk. But I did want to come on, I wanted to come on and do a reading. So I don't know how long this reading will be because like I said, my energy's a little off today, but that's okay. But I wanted to come on and spend some time with my besties and read a little bit of that book. I don't know how much we'll read, but I am going to read some. The deck I want to use is so far away. It's all the way across the table. I have to go get it. Just 1 second. Froggy in my throat. Releasing, cleansing, healing. It's also very miserable here today, and I find that sometimes the weather can affect my mood as well. Like it's very gloomy here today. Anyway, I just wasn't feeling like myself today, but I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I'm here because again, my ego monster almost won, and I almost just hermited myself away, but I'm glad I'm here. So the deck that I wanted to use today is called the Sacred Traveler. I'm not sure if I've used it. I maybe used it once during a Soul Tribe reading once upon a time. I did use it in a love reading recently, but I felt really called to come on and get it for you guys today. And then we are going to read a little bit of this book because consistency is key. We stopped on page 33. That's magical to me anyway. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I could have just read that chapter yesterday. We read almost all of it. Well, we'll just finish it today then. Jeez. I should have just read the whole thing yesterday. Anyway, I guess we're just reading a few pages of that today. We're finishing chapter 2 because apparently I should have just done it yesterday because it's only like 4 more pages. We could have done that no problem. But yes, let's get into this reading. So I hope you guys are all doing well. The reason that I did come on is that the other day when I was not feeling myself, and I mentioned that in that Soul Tribe reading, the one I did like the overhead one, somebody was like, it doesn't matter if you're not feeling yourself, we want to see you. So I just thought, screw it. I'm not going to let the darkness win today. I'm going to keep shining my light. So let's see what you need to hear. I'm feeling very warm all of a sudden. Are you somewhere warm? Because it's not warm in here. Are you learning some sort of karmic lesson? Are you burning through your karma? Rainbow blessings, beautiful. Let's do one more shuffle. So after my sister fell off the face of the earth because she has that mindset like so many people, like she doesn't want to be a burden to people. Oh, ouch. There's a lesson in everything, because earlier when I was feeling down, I was like, I don't want to be a burden to my soul tribe. Like, maybe I'll just go in my bed and hide. Ouch. It's funny when lessons slap you in the face like that, isn't it? Anyway. And, sometimes what we see in others is a reflection of something that we're still working on. But anyway, she kind of fell off the face of the earth. And last night I told her, I messaged her and I'm like, I'm about to call the police to do a welfare check on you if you don't answer me, because I'm concerned. And that's what she said. She said she didn't want to be a burden on anyone. And I said, I would much rather you share your burdens with me than suffer in silence, right? Anyway, I had a point to this. I'm going to have to go look up what it is. I was telling her about how the wild robot made me cry. And she sent me a trailer for this little stop motion movie, which I am going to watch. She bought it on Amazon and she's going to let me sign in and watch it. But I just thought I'd mention it to you guys because it actually looks quite enlightening. And it looks like it's about a snail. I don't know if it's actually a snail, but it's just like this little snail looking thing with one eye who's looking for his people and looking for where he belongs. I'm going to go look up the name of it. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Anyway, I'm going to watch it. So if you're feeling like if that is sparking or piquing your interest in any way, maybe you should check it out. But again, it's this little Marcel the Shell. It is a snail or a shell with he has one eye and he wants to find his family. And whether that is like blood family or soul family, it made me cry. So the trailer made me cry. So I'm going to check it out, but I wanted to mention it to you in case that is something that you feel called to watch. Marcel the Shell. I've already forgotten the name. Marcel the Shell. All right. So let's see what you need to hear. I'm going to take the bottom. We always take the bottom. We have fogged in, go slow, take time. My camera's having a hard time focusing today for some weird reason. Maybe because it's dark and gloomy. Or maybe my camera just is having a bad day as well. Fogged in. Fogged in. Do any of you struggle with math? Because I do. And one of my kids struggles with math. And again, I'm just sharing. They struggle with math. And the way their brain works, because they're neurodivergent, they have a really hard time understanding. They have a really hard time understanding math, which is just like me. And I just heard someone yawn really, really loudly in my house, like really loud. Anyway, I have a way of explaining it to them that they understand because my brain works quite similarly to theirs. So what that means is because I homeschool my children, I'm relearning math. Yay. So after this, my kid and I have a math exam that we need to do. Yay. If you are good at math, I admire you because that just looks like another language to me. But anyway, it's on page 55, so there could be some changes happening for you right now. Even if you can't see what's around the next corner, go forward slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you're moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty, how do you pronounce that? Somebody help me. Of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Take time to tune in to your deeper intuition. Power is born in those times when you relax into the present moment. Anything else? Yes. The sacred traveler wants you to know. Sometimes the mist and fog are so thick that the traveler feels uncertain about everything. Where am I going? What am I meant to do? Why can't I see what's ahead? However, it's in those moments of unknowing that the deepest and most profound answers to life's big questions can emerge. The secret is to traverse slowly and carefully so as to not fall off the path. Be careful, proceed with caution in all things as you sense the best direction. Listen to the whisperings of your soul, trust your inner voice. And if I haven't said it in a soul tribe reading, maybe I said it yesterday. Aso Tarot says it best: anxiety screams and intuition whispers. So don't listen to the screaming voice you're hearing, listen to the whispering one. Ever after lives rent-free in my head, but ever after could be symbolic because I just saw the girl from Ever After saying, like a whispering wind. All right. So what does my soul tribe need to hear? My beautiful friends, stay focused, hold the course. So even though you can't see what's ahead, stay focused, keep going down your path. Even if it feels a little foggy, just move a little slower, okay? Hold the course, staying focused. Be clear about where you are going. Do not compromise. It's funny that it says be clear about where you are going, but this one talks about you may not be able to see where you're going. So if you know where you're going, but it feels a little foggy, or you know where you want to go, but it feels a little foggy, stay the course, but move slow is the message. Be clear about where you are going. Do not compromise. Follow your dreams. You deserve the best. Prioritize your life. Once you decide on a direction, hold the course. Do not veer. Do not let the clouds stop you either. Do what's important and release the rest. Place your intent and passion on one thing rather than scattering in many directions, and you will be successful. The sacred traveler wants you to know, on the path, it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. I just heard, and squirrels. Do not take any side roads. Stay the course. Keep going no matter what emerges in your path that distracts you. It's easy to get lost and forget where you're heading. Recommit yourself to your destination. What you focus on is what you create, so put your attention on what is worthwhile, beautiful, and inspiring. Refrain from focusing on what's not working. Only focus on the direction you want to go. So instead of thinking about everything that's not working, stay focused on your path, right? And we have discovering truth. You stand in the light of the truth. That's interesting. That one came out in that love reading I did. Discovering the truth. Listen to the wisdom that rises from your soul, whispers like a whispering wind. Even if those around you don't agree, trust your instincts, be yourself, whatever the situation, and respond from the authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth, live your truth, walk your talk. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. The sacred traveler wants you to know, if you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of the heart and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate, follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice, however, if your heart indicates another way, follow that path. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. Take time to be still to discover the genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic or where you're not in integrity with your values, this is the time to make some changes. And again, only you know your truth. If I had listened to the people around me when I said, I think I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, I would not be sitting here in front of you today. They would have, I mean, maybe it did. Maybe they did talk me out of it a little for a little while. But only you know your truth. You can listen to other people's advice, but you don't have to take it, right? Let's get another one. Cleansing waters, releasing, cleansing, healing. The frog. I'm going to get one more. Yeah, you wanted to come out. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. And we have cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. Beautiful. All right, so we'll go to faraway places first because I made eye contact with that first. Get ready for new horizons. Beautiful. New horizons. New horizons are coming. Stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and change your life. A journey is coming. It might be to foreign lands or faraway places, or it may be an inner shift that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. The sacred traveler wants you to know, part of the glory of travel is stepping out of the old habits, routines, and the repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel daunting, yet in no small way your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as they seem. There are no wrong turns. Every adventure and misadventure is part of the course. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bag packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for anything. The joy of travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you are seeing it for the first time. Nothing should be taken for granted. And then cleansing waters. Cleansing. Purification activates vibrant life force. To achieve fulfillment, purify yourself and your surroundings. Space clear your environment, clean out clutter. In order to release old beliefs, stagnant energies, and auric grunge that you may have picked up, it's necessary to cleanse and purify yourself and your home. Let go of the old, discarded, and unused. Eat lightly, drink fresh water, and simply simplify your life. Shower or bathe with the intention that all that is not needed is washing away. That's really good to do on a full moon too, to like have a bath during the full moon and just set the intention that it's releasing anything that no longer serves you, energies that no longer serve you. Where was I? When you purify yourself, you become a clearer channel for light and thus know what direction is best for your life. Also, your sparkling light can then help heal and support many. The sacred traveler wants you to know, the traveler periodically takes time from the journey to seek holy waters for purification and renewal. Standing under the mystical cleansing waterfall, the voyager knows her energy field is being cleansed. Past life limitations are washing away, and limiting beliefs are dissolving. Sometimes the traveler purifies in a stream or in a mountain lake, or next to ocean waves, but also by simply standing in the rain or drinking refreshing waters. So the next time it's raining right now here. And I've done this. Go stand out in the rain and let it wash away everything you want to release. It's magical. In each moment, there is the knowing that the water is clearing out what is stagnant and replacing it with shimmering, sparkling energy. Find as many ways as possible to use water as a cleansing force in your life, all with the intent of purifying your life so greater energy can emerge. So that was that deck, but I'm feeling called. I'm hearing a plane. Ascension. I'm feeling called to get you one of these animal apothecary cards. The only one that's not in here is the little otter because it's in that book being a bookmark. So I'll just keep it in as a bookmark for now. So let's see what advice you need from your spirit guides, from the universe, Master Manifester. What advice does my soul tribe need from the universe or from whatever you believe in? What advice does my soul tribe need? Magnetism through gratitude. So we did talk about gratitude the other day and showing gratefulness for small things. Practicing gratitude makes you magnetic for more things to be grateful for. There we go. So let's see what you need to hear. It's so dark here. You got the same card that we had the other day. I don't think I'll reread it. I'm not going to reread it, but it's get out of your head. Stop overthinking. Stop with the limiting beliefs. Get out of your head and into your heart space. Get out of your head and into your soul is what I'm hearing. We have destiny path, and I'm going to get one more. We have you are about to shine. Beautiful. The armadillo. I think it's an armadillo. You are about to shine. And destiny's path. So destiny's path is 35. I just heard, and I know not everybody who watches Soul Tribe reading is a divine feminine, but you could be a divine feminine about to claim your soul's purpose. One of the most powerful cards in the deck, Omnia Unis Est, I don't know how to say that, speaks of initiating the fulfillment of destiny through transmutation. Receiving this card means you are on the correct path, being led towards supreme success. It is a confirmation that your destiny, that's not an affirmation. It is confirmation that your destiny is in the works, even if current circumstances are contrary to your heart's deepest wishes, or even if it seems a little foggy right now, right? You have a profound purpose that is beyond your current understanding, but it is what every cell in your body has yearned to self-actualize. Even your limiting beliefs cannot stop the unfolding of your greatest potential. The symbol of the circles and triangle is known as the Philosopher's Stone, and the symbol of transmutation and inner enlightenment. The alchemical process of turning lead into gold through a deep cooking and heating process is representative, of the psyche transforming into its highest potential, leading to enlightenment and the utter fulfillment of one's purpose in the physical realm. King Snake is the ultimate transmuter. He is non-venomous, yet can eat poisonous snakes often bigger than himself. This teaches you about your ability to transmute a toxic situation into your greatest asset. The bees in this image represent the gifts you have within that are of the utmost service to humanity. Bees are a gift to humanity as they pollinate about 80% of the crops we eat. Your purpose is also a gift of service to humanity. Above and below the king snake, we see the image of the all-seeing eye, guarding and guiding you. There is a force that created you that has been facilitating your growth this entire time. Lastly, connecting it all together is the Latin term omnia unis est, I don't know how to say that, which translate to all is one, everything is connected. There's a mystery beyond your comprehension aligning you with what you were born to share. Every moment you have encountered was meant to bring you exactly to where you are right now. Ultimate self-actualization is your destiny. You are on the correct path. Beautiful. So even if it feels a little foggy right now, even if you're doubting it, you're on the correct path and you are about to shine. 26. And then I might read the one on the bottom because that's how we roll around here. You are about to shine. Just as we see Armadillo wearing an armor of scales, this reinforces the idea of going inward. The inward work is exactly what allows us to shine outward. I always say that. I always say that. Where was I? The inner contemplation leads to a more brilliant inner light that will eventually be witnessed and felt by all. Armadillo says that what you have to offer will be recognized. Do not get bogged down with the how and when. Do not be led by outside validation. Instead, be led by the greater consciousness you were created from. We connect to our inner light when we connect to the source that created us. Armadillo's medicine asks you to create a very intimate relationship with the one that created you. You are being asked to level up your daily prayers and create a dialogue with life. Drop all of your wants and desires and create an intense conversation with the great mystery about receiving guidance to do what you were created to do. We all have a special gift that lies dormant within us, waiting to actualize. In this moment of deep connection to the great mystery, a mysterious energy begins to activate our gift. This conversation and prayer you create needs to feel very real. Prayer does not need to look one specific way. It is intimate communication with that which you were created from. Start speaking to life. If you create this intense and mystical relationship with life daily, you will begin to witness yourself unlocking all of your gifts. Life speaks back to those who speak to it. But it is your job to start the conversation. You might not receive an answer right away, but it will come to you with full force in the perfect way at the right time. Armadillo's medicine says that you are about to be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, understood, and recognized. It's coming for you. You are about to shine so brightly, but now is the before time when first you must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. And the way that it looks for me is I just talk to my guides, usually sometimes I sit on my bathroom floor and do it, but oftentimes it's right before I go to bed, and it's when I'm laying in bed. Like this says, it doesn't have to look a certain way. It's whatever works for you and helps you connect with your guides or the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in. You can also use a pendulum, which I talked about in a reading recently. If you don't have a pendulum, you can use a necklace. Like I could use this necklace. Hopefully I'm not repeating myself, but you ask, you know what? I'm just going to go grab my pendulum. Hang on. So like I said, you don't have to use a pendulum. You can use a necklace. You can use a ring on a string or a piece of dental floss, just whatever you can get that has a bit of weight to it on a string of some sort. For a long time, I just used my necklace, and then I bought myself a pendulum. And I love my authentic voice. That's your affirmation. I love my authentic voice. And look at yourself in the mirror when you say that. Maybe don't look at yourself the way that I look at you when I say that. Like, you don't have to stare yourself down. But look at yourself and say, I love my authentic voice. Anyway. So the answer changes. So you say, show me a yes and show me a no. And you always ask that before you ask a question, because sometimes what yes is, like sometimes yes is a circle and no is back and forth. And other times yes is back and forth and no is a circle. And again, I maybe shouldn't be like shouting this on the internet, but I've made some major life decisions. I've made some major life decisions talking to my guides with a pendulum. So you just center it. You wait until it's centered and it's not moving. And then you say, Spirit, show me a yes. That's back and forth. And show me a no. And that's a circle. Do you see? So sometimes it changes, and it is magical, and it does work. Anyway, I just wanted to show that to you, and I'm just going to put it over there for later. But again, I've made some major life decisions based on my conversations with my guides using a pendulum. So that's your lesson for today. Let's read this last card. Oh, this one's about prayer, which is interesting because that other one was talking about prayer. So do that prayer, ask for guidance, and your prayers will be answered. Do you see how magical that is? Beautiful. North American Plains Indian tribes revered the great buffalo. Buffalo provided the means for survival, and very little was wasted. Buffalo was life. Sacred dance ceremonies were performed to honor buffalo and ask for a successful hunt. In these ceremonies, dancers would become the buffalo in spirit. The lesson of the buffalo is the importance of asking the great mystery for help through syncing your prayers with action to create abundance and success. Act as if your prayers have already been answered. When we act as though our prayers have already been answered, we become a magnet for our prayers to manifest themselves in the physical form. Let's say you are experiencing disunity and having a difficult time with a colleague. Your prayer is to resolve the issue and have unity between the two of you. Your prayer to the great mystery would be to ask for unity with your coworker and then to act as if you already have it. This would look like being kind, respectful, and showing love to your coworker immediately, regardless of whether the problem was resolved or not. This action is what creates the unity and eventually dissolves the issue. When buffalo tramples into your spread, this medicine is a confirmation that your prayers are being heard, but it is of the utmost importance that you stand in unwavering blind faith that they are coming to fruition. Endure the time of uncertainty because your deepest heart's desires will be manifested. Act like the person whose prayers have already been answered. All right. So now I'm going to read the rest of that book, which apparently I could have just finished yesterday, but I didn't think about that. Like I didn't even, when I put that bookmark in, I just kind of went like what felt right and put the bookmark in. I didn't look, 1, 2, 3, next chapter. So I could have finished it. And then we'll finally be on chapter 3, which we haven't read. Our collective inheritance. Whether we are conscious of it or not, we all inherited limiting beliefs, thoughts, and programming that are counterproductive to our well-being and bring suffering. Over a long enough period of exposure, these beliefs become so familiar to us that they can formulate a limited identity within us. Whether this wounding came directly through parents, teachers, religious figures, friends, or indirectly through the influences of society, we all got it. These inherited limiting programs of belief are not personal, just a part of being human, born a human. However, the most empowering view we can take on our suffering is that it may actually be playing a perfect role in our hero's journey of awakening. The universe doesn't make mistakes. Chris Prentice. I'm going to start a new part. When seen from the highest perspective, our struggles are actually our greatest teachers, for they reveal to us personal opportunities for expansion. For example, hitting bottom may have been exactly what was needed in order to finally let go, have a change of heart, or to see the bigger picture. Like sandpaper to wood, our challenges can often soften the soul if we allow them. We mustn't run from the discomfort of life's lows, but instead have courage to lean into them with humility and curiosity. In every painful or challenging experience, we can benefit from asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? What character quality can I develop from this? What do I need to let go of? What part am I playing in this? Where am I limiting my own joy and peace? Where am I getting stuck? Where can I expand? It is only by facing our resistance with self-honesty and accountability. I needed to make sure that was recording. It is only by facing our resistance with self-honesty and accountability that we can experience the empowerment and happiness that is waiting for us on the other side. See your discomfort as the doorway to freedom. Have the bravery and courage to see all obstacles only as temporary moments of realignment, always working out in your favor. Whoa, that's an interesting name. Your trials did not come to punish you, but to awaken you, and I truly believe that. Paramahansa Yogananda. I didn't do that justice. The desire to hide, deny, or reject our insecurities, pain, anger, or sadness ultimately only hurts us further. When repressed and buried, our emotions will slowly poison us from within. For every denial and rejection of our emotions is only a rejection of ourself. If we resist the existence of our shadows, they will only continue to thrive through our denial and fear of them. To feel is to heal. The inner work process is an invitation to allow emotions, understand them with compassion, and finally release those that are not serving us. Nothing we could feel is ever wrong. We are all innocent, learning, and becoming. Everything we go through is actually playing a perfect part in our own hero's journey of enlightenment. All seeming mistakes are only an innocent discovery of who we are not, thus leading us one step closer to the truth of who we are. The mind is naive and impressionable, and therefore subject to massive error. We mustn't identify with the mind's perceived mistakes, but rather seek to understand ourselves and others with compassion. By courageously acknowledging our vulnerabilities, we are on our way to healing them. Accepting ourselves as we are right now is the initial part of the inner work process. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your own unworthiness. Ram Dass. The human potential. Due to our unique ability to make conscious choices and exercise a spiritual will, humans are actually capable of experiencing dramatically different levels and rates of evolution, i.e., themes of consciousness. True freedom and lasting happiness are an example of a degree of evolution in human consciousness. Just as themes such as rejection, inadequacy, accountability, and understanding are as well. Each season of the human experience has differing inner obstacles, shadows, and attachments to overcome in order to allow a grander paradigm and view of life to come forth, continuously becoming more loving and free as we spiritually mature. Thus, the next stage of human evolution is not a physical adaptation, but an evolution of consciousness, an internal shift that can only be brought about through the inner choice of peace, happiness, and love. Self-discipline is making the higher choice again and again. Ellen Grace O'Brien. Each individual makes the higher choice to heal the wounded themes as each individual makes the higher choice to heal the wounded themes of consciousness, humanity as a whole will gradually adapt to new levels of maturity, eventually leading to inner liberation for all. Therefore, every individual is important, needed, and a necessary part of the greater whole. Everyone must do their own inner work. No one can do it for us. We all share in the collective human karma or destiny. Every thought and action of the individual contributes to the collective consciousness, and in fact, all the universe. There is no actual separation. You are a crucial part of a greater whole, deciding to be free from the inner shackles of limitation, deciding to choose love, happiness, and the peace of remembering who you truly are. And while the effect of your choices will have immense benefits for you personally, the world will benefit 1,000-fold. For every time we heal a personal limitation and trauma within ourselves, we are healing it within the collective as well by holding the door open for others to join us by following our example. Every advance in consciousness of the individual uplifts the rest of us with it like an ocean tide rising. There could be no greater contribution to humanity than doing your own inner work. Your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render the world. Ramana Maharshi. Anyway. Consider this a formal invitation to finally experience the full joy and awe of creation, to accept a life filled with purpose and meaning. It's all around you, waiting for you to simply recognize it. It is right here, right now. Have the confidence in the love and support of your inner self. Trust your true self will come forth and is always with you. You will know the truth by its essence of innocent joy, the energies of happiness, empowerment, compassion, kindness, trust in goodness, faith, peace, humility, satisfaction, fearlessness, and most importantly, gratitude, are all some of the most powerful hallmarks of your true self. Pay attention to the daily moments you embody those energies. Those will be the moments that you are living up to your full potential and living in your purpose. Those are the moments that you are being the love and happiness you've always desired, rather than trying to obtain, project, or earn it. Realize that all the joy of life is within you already, and you are destined to succeed, or else you wouldn't be here now. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. By Gandhi. So, see, I could have just finished that yesterday. But anyway, chapter 3 is the human plight. And how long is it? That's a long one. So, maybe I'll only do half of that tomorrow. I'm going to use that bookmark. Maybe I'll only do half of that tomorrow if I do a soul tribe reading. But we're going to do it. We're going to read this book. That's where I stopped last time before I fell off the face of the earth doing soul tribe readings. So clearly I've missed them. And I just wanted to say thank you for being here for me today, because I needed this. Again, I wasn't having the best day, and I almost used that as an excuse. Again, it wasn't my body telling me I needed rest. It was my ego trying to like push me off my path. It was my ego trying to get me to play small and like give in to that darkness that I was feeling. So thank you for being a light in my dark moment, because it really did uplift my spirits. So thank you, my friend. And I'm going to leave it here, but I am going to try and do a soul tribe reading 2 more times this week. I am going away for the weekend, so I'm planning on doing 2 more soul tribe readings this week, and then we'll continue on next week. But for now, I am sending you, as always, lots of love and light. Thank you for being my friend. Is that a song? Isn't that Golden Girls? Anyway, us beings of light. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Remember what I said yesterday? I actually send you light. And I'll see you soon. Bye.